Should I start, yeah?
It's not coming up anymore.
Start, yeah?
Oh, you wouldn't start. You wouldn't wait for him. Just tell him to message you when he's
He's on.
Tell me saying I'm watching. Did you send him the link?
What should I start like? What should I say?
Okay, Jacob. I'm pretty sure I've got it set up right. It's just, if you don't mind, let's do a quick run through. You can tell me if there's any problems or something. Just go straight into it.
Yeah. You see if this goes.
We're about to have to start off with like a hey guys, my name is
Yeah.
Dylan. I'm a trader.
Yeah.
Analyst for 1W.
Okay.
It's a different link.
Yes. Hey guys, Hey guys, I'm Dylan. I'm a market analyst. Ooh, right. Hey guys, I'm Dylan. I'm a market analyst for CoinW Exchange, and I'll be going through a recap of the crypto markets throughout the last week and doing some technical analysis at the end. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the chat and I'll answer them when it comes through. So first of all, as of yesterday, as 24 hours ago, crypto exchange Binance dumping all FTX tokens on its books. So as part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly 2.1 billion USD equivalents in cash due to recent revelations that have come to light. We have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. So this was from the CEO of Binance. And it was due to the balance sheets of FTX, and apparently not a lot matched up, and it was just showing that their liabilities and assets weren't in correlation. It was a leak, so I'm not too sure. There hasn't been much else that has been revealed, but due to that, FTX actually dropped 24% within 24 hours. So it's very bad for the crypto markets, and due to this, you can see, I'll go through the technical analysis later, but Bitcoin and all the other markets actually started to drop when they're actually looking quite bullish. Tim Draper, so he's basically an American venture capitalist, and he spoke about Bitcoin in 2018 in April, and he predicted that in 2022 Bitcoin would be at 250,000. Obviously, it's not, but due to this, he did say in 2023 that we will see 250,000. So he's a very well known, and he's funded Skype, he's funded Tesla, he's funded a lot of companies that were startups, and he has a massive impact within the whole industry, not only crypto but also in like the stocks and equity markets. So, I mean, we must just see what he has to say about things, because it's quite important, as he does have a massive influence within the market. So this was very interesting. So a lot of countries are actually suffering from hyperinflation. So in Lebanon, their dollars are literally worth nothing. So they've inflated to nothing. So they were 1 to 1, but now they're 15 cents. So it's literally gone down 90% within 1 year. So a lot of those countries, also like Turkey, are going towards Bitcoin and USDT. So US, Australia, and a lot of other countries are all complaining about 9 to 10, 11 inflation. But imagine living in a country that is suffering from 80, 90 to 1,000% inflation. So especially in Lebanon, because it's now worth 15 cents, the only way for them to preserve their money is actually to put it into Bitcoin or any crypto. So it's quite interesting that that this has actually been used to preserve money. So yeah, this was also what I found. It was on a Twitter thread. So Binance BNB pops 25% off the company helps finance Twitter acquisition. So as you can see, the volume on the 4th of November was 133 million. So went up 103%, and the price actually went up 23.4%. So because they funded Twitter, they helped Twitter with the acquisition of 500 million. You can see that the coin actually pumped a lot. So this is good for BNB as an exchange, and also with the whole FTX thing, a lot of people are moving to other exchanges, not just Binance, but other exchanges because of the whole FTX thing. So Gala, so you know Gala, the token, so they're obviously within the whole gaming industry, and their shooter game Superior is going to launch on Steam, which is one of the most well, Gala's it's going to be launched on Steam, which a lot of people use to play their games, and they download their games on. So this is huge because there's a lot of people within the within the crypto industry on Steam, but also people that aren't in the crypto industry. So that means that there's going to be a million gamers exposed to the blockchain-based game with NFT purchases and everything, but they won't even know they're playing a blockchain game. So this stuff has a really positive for the adoption, as people will be involved within the blockchain community without even knowing it. So Gala have been taking steps regardless of the whole bear market situation, and it's very interesting that they're doing this. So obviously you know that Elon Musk did the acquisition for Twitter for $44 billion. And Twitter lays off staff. Musk blames activists for revenue drop. So he actually paid severance of 3 months to 50% of the employees due to all the allegations that were made for Twitter's bots and all the outstanding stuff that was going around with Twitter. So this was very interesting. So he's trying to rebrand Twitter in a way that it's his, not just carry on with all the bad stuff that was happening within the community. So that's pretty much all the news that's happening within the market. And then I want to show you this, what news we can expect within this week. So on the 8th of November we have Congress elections. So this is midterm elections, so this will be huge for the market. So we have to watch out that we don't trade within this time frame. This has a significant impact to the dollar. So obviously the dollar is inversely proportional to Bitcoin. So whatever happens to the dollar, Bitcoin does the opposite. So we have to watch this definitely. And then on the 10th we have CPI, Consumer Price Index, unemployment claims. So this on Wednesday is also a huge impact to the market. So we also have to watch out for that. So this week's very big in terms of volatility. So when trading, just make sure you know exactly what you're doing and your stop losses and everything on place. But yeah, and then we also have, I found this on a Twitter thread. This is very interesting. So the blue dots show the distance to realized price, and you can see that we currently below the 200-day moving average. And when you're below, it's a really good time to purchase whatever you want to buy. So obviously here it's Bitcoin. So I still think that we may not have seen the bottom, but it doesn't really matter. If we're below the 200-day moving average, any price below that is a good buying price. As you can see in the previous, from 2013 to now, whenever it's touched the 200-day moving average, it's bounced. So it does indicate that the bottom may be in, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much all the news that's happened within the past week. I'm just going to go over a few charts. I'll start with Bitcoin, and then I've got a few altcoins that I really think have good trading opportunities. So let's start off with the daily charts for Bitcoin. So as you can see for Bitcoin here, we've been trading in this upward channel, right? And then we actually broke out, but we didn't really close above it. So we retested this channel quite well, and we're currently retesting some levels here. So this level that we actually dipped in this morning is a 0.618 fib level. So this does signal a reversal, as we did make a higher high and we are making higher lows. So it's very interesting with the price now, as if only Bitcoin closed above here, then we would have seen a rally back up to 22,800. But because we didn't, and we closed back, and we're looking for a potential retest towards higher levels. But because of the news this week and because of the whole FTX thing, the market did actually come down lower. If the FTX saga didn't actually happen, I do think that Bitcoin might have rallied a bit higher up. But a lot of people are a bit worried now because their funds are at risk, and obviously people holding Bitcoin and other coins within FTX. So it's interesting to see that the price actually dipped after a massive rally. But yeah, there has to be a retracement, and this could easily have been the retracement. So let's go on a lower time frame to find some entries. So let me just take this away. So I've highlighted the week low. So this is the last week low, the week open, the close, and the high. So you can see that we currently retesting that open. I'll go in lower time frames to just show you a better angle. And at the moment we are within the mid range. So if we try close above the week close, this could be quite bullish, and we might come back up to the week high. But at the moment we are, you can see we actually retested that week open over there. So if price actually comes up to this level and closes above here, then we can see higher levels, but we'll have to wait and see if there's a close. So what I would suggest for Bitcoin at the moment, because you can see that this is massive level resistance, and we actually didn't find support here for too long. Actually, we actually just broke straight through it. So what I'll be doing is I'll wait for some type of retest over here, and then we can maybe hold up for a new week high. So if Bitcoin closes above this 20,900 level with a 1 hour candle close, I would look for a long position towards the week high and a stop loss below whatever wick has formed. So maybe at the moment I'll put it below 20,665, and I'll just wait for that to be confirmed. So we currently sitting on the sidelines. We don't want to be trading within this range. There's not much activity to be done, but we'll have to wait and see. As you can see over here, I actually thought on the weekend, because we're actually trading in this bear flag. So you can see here, lower high, low. It was forming a downtrend, but this is typically a bullish pattern. And you can see that we actually, over here, we actually tried to break this level, but it didn't happen. I think this was because of the whole FTX thing. And you can see at 1 o'clock during when I was sleeping, it actually dumped really hard. So I think a lot of people were withdrawing their funds from FTX and putting them into maybe cold storages or other exchanges. It's hard to know. But yeah, it's very interesting. As you can see, we are looking currently coming up to the upside. And it's quite interesting. So let's just wait and see if we can close above this this week close, and I'll be looking for longs. But at the moment, it's just currently just watching, not doing much. Yeah, this was interesting. So this is the dominance chart, the USDT dominance. So what I thought that would happen here. So you can see we within this range. So whenever the USD dominance goes up, Bitcoin tends to go down, right? So if the USDT dominance actually retested this level here, then I'll be looking for longs, because it is currently forming forming lower lows, and if this actually closes below, this will be, it could be a good time to go in, and it's forming lower highs and lower lows. So it's quite interesting. So this is clearly in a downtrend, but if it retests this level and there's like a big wick above there, then it'll be a good time to actually get in the markets. So this is quite interesting to look at. So I'll be looking for entries within this zone for Bitcoin or altcoins. So I think we would wait for maybe this price to come up, but at the moment it is currently looking like it's going to go down. I think over here there is a bearish divergence on the 1 hour. You can see that the RSI is forming lower highs, and the price is actually forming higher highs. So we could see a potential move down for the USDT dominance, and then Bitcoin could actually rally. So we might actually see a bit of a short-term rally today. It's just dependent on a few factors. So you can see the MACD is actually looking to the downside. So let's just go over US ETH. So obviously I went over this the other day on my Telegram channel, and you can see that ETH actually was bouncing off this downward resistance line, right? So we can see we touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then we broke through, retested, and then came up. And you can see over the weekend we were forming this triangular pattern, and I thought that there might be a breakout towards the upside, but obviously that didn't happen. So that's why you don't go into trades without confirmation. But you can see here, it's interesting. So obviously we broke down, and we are retesting. I think it's let's just draw our fibs. So we actually retesting the 786 level, and now we're actually coming up to the 0.5 level. So I think if we close above here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of resistance in the zone here. If we close above this channel with a close, we could wait for new longs. Same as Bitcoin, we're just waiting at the moment. You don't want to get in without confirmation. I think that's the main thing with trading. You have to wait for signals to appear. You mustn't run in front of the signals, otherwise you do lose a lot of money. So you can see if we break this level here with a close, we could wait for a potential retest of this line here, and then look for new longs like that. So that's what I would be doing for ETH. So I'll put my entry price at about 1,091, stop loss below the previous wick here, and then take profit at around 74. So this would be a 2.75 risk reward. It's not bad, it's very decent, but you must just wait for confirmation. So we need a close. First one, we need a close above the blue line here and the fib level. We need a rally towards this level, and then a retracement back down to our entry, and then a push back up. And you can see the MACD is actually looking quite bullish. We have bullish divergence on the RSI. As you can see here, we have bullish divergence over here. So bullish divergence is when you have higher lows within the RSI and lower highs on the price. So this is strong bullish divergence, as the RSI gives you momentum, right? So you can see that it's looking quite good at the moment for Ethereum. So we just need to wait for that candle close, and then once that happens, we can see a potential move up. So yeah, it's also just dependent on this chart I showed you earlier. We need to try break a low here. So you can see if USDT dominance breaks this low over here, I think it'll be very bullish for Bitcoin within this week. But we have to remember that we do have big news this week, so it's very risky to be trading tomorrow and on Wednesday. So just make sure you don't trade within the news. So today is obviously fine because there isn't much activity. So yeah, let's look at DOT. This is the one coin that I've been looking at. So I thought that there might be a bit of a bounce from here. So let me just go on 4 hour. So you can see, so DOT has actually been trading in this downward range, right? So it is a bearish channel, but on lower time frames we are breaking key levels, which is quite important. And you can see that there was some bearish divergence over here on the 4 hours. So we had lower highs on the RSI and then higher lows on the price. So there was strong bearish divergence. So that's obviously why the price dipped so hard, with the MACD actually turning to the downside. So there was a few confirmations that did indicate this. So we have bearish dips there, but obviously what I'm looking for now, what did actually happen, there was this, as you can see, that this level over here, there's resistance, there's supports 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we found resistance here, so it switched to resistance, and then you can see we actually currently at the support now. So this would be a good time for a long entry. We just need to wait for some sort of confirmation. The RSI is looking to the upside, with the MACD still bearish but slowing down the momentum. As you can see, the histograms aren't higher than the previous ones. So DOT could actually be a good time to long. So I'd wait for maybe a bullish engulfing candle above the previous candle here, and it'll be a good time to take a long. So a long position would be at around 6.89 to 8.2, and this is relatively a nice risk to reward, because the stop loss, you would put it gives you quite a nice room for price to go down. So I put it below the previous wick at about 6.64, and I do think this one could play out very well. So you can see here we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? So we are in this clear uptrend. So I mean, we're in this little short-term range, a little bit of a channel within the bigger channel. It's quite interesting. So price dipped to the supports, retesting levels, and it's actually currently looking for a push up. But if we draw our fib levels for DOT, you can see that level there is actually the 618. So it did retest this level like to the T. So I mean the 0.5, sorry. So within this level is obviously huge resistance, as you can see here, and support. So wait for a bullish engulfing candle. So that's when the previous candle was bigger than the new candle is bigger than the previous candle, and then look for longs above there. So higher confirmation, higher time frame is looking quite bullish for Bitcoin at the moment. DOT, sorry. Also Dogecoin, I looked at this as well. This was very interesting. So you can see we have been forming, Dogecoin, let's just talk about this. This is absolutely crazy. Huge rallies for Dogecoin. So well done to you guys who bought this dip. We could have seen it coming with the whole acquisition with Elon Musk. So that's obviously what drove it. But yeah, so it's crazy. It went up. So from the 25th of October to the 1st, so that's 6 days, it went up 165%. That's just insane. It's unheard of. Well, not unheard of, but within a bear market, it's one of those gems you kind of want to catch, if you know what I mean. So I've actually been looking at this for a while. So we've been waiting. I've been waiting for this retest to happen. So you can see that we have this downward resistance line, right? So you can see we've actually touched it 1, 2, 3 times, right? And we're currently sitting on this crucial level of support. So you can see this level over here is actually being retested at the moment. So I do think that Dogecoin could be interested in a leg up for further prices. I do think that we could see prices back up to the 0.15 level. So at around over here, but we would have to wait. So what I'm looking at here, we have to wait for this break. You don't want to get in now, otherwise, because the thing is it's retested this, but it could come down further. We do have bullish divergence on the 1 hour, so that's obviously what's driving the price up with the MACD pushing to the upside. But in my opinion, I would wait for certain confirmations, maybe a break of this level over here. So always have to wait for confirmations. So where's this tool? Oh, yeah, here we go. So wait for a break over here, retest, and then go in. This would be the most ideal trade that I'll be looking for. So a good break would be a candle close, and then a retest, like a retracement back down to this line, which could be a little bit of a support that could be found there, over here. So around this area here. So break of structure within. So what we're looking for is a break of the resistance line, a retest back to the support line, and then a further move up. This trade could actually be, 25%. That's crazy. And obviously, if you're using leverage, which most people on the CoinW exchange use due to higher win rates and better transaction fees. So this is interesting to look at. So with Dogecoin, we would have to wait for this break of structure, and then look for a potential long over here. Yeah, so this could definitely happen. I do think that we'll just have to wait for the USDT dominance. This is very important. I do want to see some type of break of the structure here so we can form new lows, because currently we are looking like it is going to go down, but we just need to wait. I think once this breaks over here, Dogecoin would actually be at this level and trying to break. So we just have to keep an eye on that. So those are the 3 trades that I'm looking at. I'll go over them again just so you can see them. So the DOT one, let me actually just take some of these levels off to make it a bit more cleaner. So the DOT one, we're waiting for a 4-hour candle close above this here, and then we're going to look for a long, and then put our stop loss below the previous wick, which is at about 6.65, and then look. We can have a TP. What I would do, I would put a TP over here, because there might be a bit of a retest, so we might see some sort of activity up here. So that could be TP1. Whoops. Let me just put that there. Put that to the right. So that could be TP1, and then just that's when you put your stop loss to break even, and then you can just ride out the rest of the profits. So that's DOT. Bitcoin, also waiting for a clean break. As you can see that it's kind of struggling at the moment. I mean, it's lost so much momentum over the weekend. I mean, there was some type of bull flag that did actually nothing. I mean, I honestly thought that this bull flag would play out, because bull flags majority have I think it's like an 80% win rate. So obviously that didn't happen, and you can see we did come back and retest that. So what I'm looking for here is some type of closure above this area, like 20,900, and then look for a retest or retracement. So it might push back up to this type of level and come down, and then look for a further leg up. So that would be my entry for Bitcoin, and then I'll say Ethereum. Same with Ethereum. I mean, these are all longs, so this is only if the USDT dominance actually goes down. But so what I'm looking for here is also a candle close, and then a push up to this 0.382 level, and then a retracement down, and then a further leg up. So those would be my my entries. But yeah, I mean, this bullish divergence played out perfectly, and this, I mean, there is a lot of volume, as you can see that the MACD is also turning to the upside. We have some, this does look like it might play out. I actually want to show the Dixie. I was meant to go through this. So as you can see, the Dixie, okay, this is very interesting. So you can see that we've been in like a parabolic uptrend, right? So you can see since August 2021 to about 21st of October, we were in this parabolic uptrend, and then we actually broke down, right? We broke down, made a new low, and then we came up, retested that line, which is very interesting. Retest that line, and now we're looking like it's going to come back down. So this is very interesting. We are in a bull flag for the dollar, which is a bit scary, but we need to wait and see. So what I hope that would happen, but obviously let the chart decide. We need to see some sort of closure below the 108.6. I mean, a closure below here would be awesome for the crypto market cap. I mean, that would just make all the altcoins and Bitcoin and ETH all rally to the upside. So this is what we need to watch. I mean, on the daily, it does look like we are heading down, but due to all the the midterm elections and the CPI and everything, I mean, it's going to be a tough week. So tight stop losses are going to have to be in place. But remember, trading during the news is not a good, not good to do. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, a lot of coins are down today because of the whole FTX saga. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, people are saying it's like a Luna 2.0. So if this gets worse than it is, I mean, there could be a market crash, which is not what people want, especially within this whole bear market. Another crash would not be great for the market, and we would have to wait a longer time for that bull run to happen. I mean, it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of time, but obviously this does slow down the process. A lot of people are getting fearful again, and it's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's not what people want to hear. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say today. If you have any questions in the chat, just let me know, and then I can do a bit of a Q&A now. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and also make sure you like and subscribe. It is a new channel. I'll be doing these once a week, maybe twice a week. So yeah, if you enjoy, just make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that live.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's been.
Was it chilled?
Yeah, it was sick.
Is it?
The beginning was a little bit rough, but
Yeah, it was.
warmed up properly to it.
Yeah, it was.